Herbert Wigwe in tech, from Incubating Flutterwave to backing SystemSpecs BVN. Since the death of Herbert Wigwe, the founding group CEO of Access Holding PLC on the 9th of February 2024, several tech founders and executives have poured in economiums on his impact on their lives and businesses. I called him the Oracle of Isikbo, my oracle, because if Warren Buffett was the Oracle of Omaha, the best investor in America, then we needed our oracle in Africa, and his name was Herbert Wigwe. I called him my blueprint because he provided a roadmap of hard work, discipline, and hustle that I followed, understand like the blueprint of a building. Ola Brown, founder of Health Cap, a venture capital firm that invests in fintech and health tech companies, wrote in a riveting tribute. Herbert Wigwe was many things to many people, but for many founders and executives in Nigerian tech industry, he was a patron, a mentor, and a sponsor. The history of companies like Flutterwave, Africa's most valuable fintech, unified payments, and SystemSpecs will not be complete without his pivotal role in their growth. Taking a big chance on Flutterwave for Gbenga G.B. Ogbola and his co-founder Oyinoluwa Agboyeji. Wigwe was why Flutterwave, Africa's most valuable fintech company, exists today. Obeyeje writes in a post that Wigwe took a big chance on the fintech unicorn, even though he never owned a single share of the company. He came out with us to San Francisco and pitched the biggest the biggest technology companies in the world alongside us. He was the sure reference with Silicon Valley's investors and gave us business that helped us grow to become Africa's most valuable startup, wrote Agboyeji. Agbola, on the other hand, in an alumnus of Access Bank, is an alumnus of Access Bank. He worked as head of digital factory and innovation and head of innovation and product management digital banking at the bank from 2014 to 2018 before moving to take over the position of CEO at the Flutterwave. According to sources, it was while at Access Bank the idea of Flutterwave came and took off. My journey with Herbert began in a remarkable chapter of my life right after my startup was acquired. I was a young engineer entrepreneur, barely 30, stepping into a senior role at one of the largest banks in Africa, Access Bank. It was Herbert who believed in my potential to spearhead digital transformation, a task that seemed daunting but was made achievable through his guidance and faith in me, Agbola wrote via pushing Remita to mainstream. Remita, the payment platform built by SystemSpecs, may not have the global reach of Flutterwave. It is, however, the payment solution many companies most preferred by the public sector in Nigeria. It is currently used by 22 states of the Federation and boasts 3.8 million users nationwide. In 2018, SystemSpecs needed a partner to get an approval from the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) from one of its solutions, the remitter data referencing systems, to support the provision of payday loans for federal government workers and millions of salary earners in the country. For approval to be granted, remitter needed the backing of the commercial bank, which was not easy at the time because collaboration within fintech companies and banks was a reality. Moji Ishola, Chief Technology Officer Remitter, said it was Access Bank under Wigwe's leadership that identified an opportunity for the bank to lend to federal workers and collaborate with SystemSpecs to secure the approval of the CBN. This led to other lenders participating in the payday loan market. The remitter data referencing services gave federal workers and salary earners access to loans from Access Bank and other lenders. It has also contributed significantly to the liberation of the retail lending space, with more than 50 licensed lenders riding on the rail. Herbert was at the forefront of our partnership, as he was able to create a structure that facilitated the completion of the project within a few weeks. This innovative brought comfort and assistance to many workers who needed money to do things just at the time they needed it and were experienced the ease of seeing this happen. For the first time, it was pure leadership. The collaboration has opened a new frontier to retail loan provision and significant expansion of economic activities at the retail level, said Ishola. The BVN backing agent and e-Transact. Herbert Wigwe was one of the prominent members of the banking community that pushed for adoption of the biometric verification number BVN in Nigeria in 2014. Also, as chairman of the bankers committee in 2018, he championed the creation of the banking agent network in 2018. Wigwe is also known to be known to have been founded Unified Payments and Transact at different times. Niyi Toluwa Lupe, I don't know the name, how it's pronounced, forgive me, CEO of the Transact, said Wigwe said a profound impact on the company by his display of exceptional leadership and strategic insight. As a visionary leader, his exceptional leadership and strategic insight contributed to the growth of our organization. The various insights he shared during our engagement with him were also very valuable to Lupe said. His investments in Nigerian startups are said to be worth millions of dollars. There were numerous investments in Nigerian startups that everyone would struggle to track down following his demise. As a friend put it to me, investments worth millions of dollars were made following conversations with him alone, noted Feyi Faweyemi, an investment accountant and author of Formation, The Making of Nigeria Will Jihad to Amalgamation. For Tolupe, Herbert Wigwe's legacy is in Nigerian tech ecosystem. Is best portrayed through his visionary approach to financial technology, which contributed to the transformation of the industry. Frank Elenya, senior reporter, Tech Cabal, reported this. You see, Herbert Wigwe's death is not something that people will recover so soon. No. Central Bank of Nigeria is not even going to recover. Nobody is going to recover from Herbert Wigwe's. A lot of people's businesses that you can imagine how many people this guy had promised to give money for startup, that they had a one-on-one conversation that never worked. A lot of young minds have tried to break even starting up companies like all these little startups you get, and it's usually not easy until they met a visionary leader like Herbert Wigwe, and it's so hurting to find out that Herbert Wigwe had been behind all of these things and they never talked about it until now that he had passed. You know, I keep telling people, why not talk about people while they are living so that other people can learn and know about them? And you know of all these things about people, you keep it and then begin to write it when the person is gone. Because to me, I feel that if somebody is alive and you cannot tell us what the person is doing, do not bother telling us when the person is gone. It's not necessary. And most of you will not even write these things on the man's comment section to tell him thank you. So what about the people he gave money that will never return? But I want to tell you, if you are watching this video and the man had given you money, you better return it to his family, return it to his company, because he still has a university that they are trying to fund. They are trying to finish building. I know that Access Bank is going to take care of that, although Access Bank. Anyway, I want to mention something about the salary lending I saw there. You remember there was one video I made months back. I mentioned that Access Bank is the only bank that lends money to people. Okay, not the only bank, it's one of the few banks, and I think Access Bank started this whole thing before other banks joined. It's one of the few banks that started lending monies to people. Like, if you, even when you are not a salary, and as far as you use your account very well, they'll begin to lend you money from maybe 20 something thousand, it will go to 30, 40, 50, until when you become eligible to borrow up to 300, 500, 1 million naira. It depends on how consistent you use your account. You know, if it's your money is coming in daily, your money is coming in weekly or monthly, it has to it depends on how the volume also that comes in and how regular it does. So if you are watching this video and you have not opened an Access Bank account, I'm doing this for free for you to go there and open an account and be frequent in saving.